So what up? What it do, house crew? Man, I wasn't even gonna make a video for another week or two. I thought, you know what? I made one video already. I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna just focus on the Instagram channel, on the Instagram page. Just keep going with that. But I saw a post, and it was this post. I saw this, and man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. This made me record the video. Really, it did. This is what pissed me. This pissed me off so much that I had to record a video. I just had to. Now we're here, and Khabib, absolute legend of the game. I mean, he's a very talented, very decorated champion. I mean, he's definitely, honestly, he's one of the best lightweights of all time. That's just no debate. But then there's just sometimes where you could just definitely see he just has a hatred for some people. And not even for some people, for a type of people, you know? And maybe this is going into politics. I don't know everything about the Russian Georgian whatever conflicts, but there is a bunch of stuff. And I think we're starting to see, I mean, obviously Khabib's always been biased towards his own, but then now we're starting to see not just bias towards Dagestanis, but bias against Ilia, biased against Merab, and it's just always those two guys, Georgians. And, you know, obviously Umar, when he was fighting Merab, Khabib was saying Umar would destroy Merab, Umar would out wrestle him, outstrike him, do all type of thing to Merab. Merab is nothing. He won't beat anyone. He has never faced anyone as good as Umar. Peter Yan. I just want to say that. Peter Yan. Has never faced anyone as good as Umar. Peter Yan. Dominated 50-45. If you watched that Peter Yan fight, you would have known he would always beat Umar. It's just simple. You think a good wrestler is going to beat Merab? He's faced Henry Cejudo. And even he got taken down multiple times. But that's not the point today. Because I already made a video shitting on Khabib because he got the Umar pick wrong. And I really loved making that video because for once I was right about a good pick. I really liked that pick because everyone was choosing Umar. And I was the only one who chose Merab. And it just so happened I got it right. So, yeah, but let's get back to the video. He says a lot of things about Ilia, and he honestly supports Arman. He supports Arman, and he thinks that Arman is going to dominate Ilia Topuria. And I'm gonna be real for you. I think Arman is a very good, tough opponent for Ilia. I don't think Arman's necessarily the easiest matchup Ilia's ever faced. I don't think he's the hardest opponent he's ever faced either. I mean, there has been tougher opponents than Arman. He has faced tougher opponents and come out victorious. And it's just like it's with this quote. I mean, you can already see what he says, but it just rubbed me off the wrong way because now, like, not only is this just not about Khabib being biased towards Arman, he's not giving Ilia any credit at all. He just clearly does not like Ilia. He never liked Merab anyways. I don't know. He was always biased against Merab. He said Merab could never wrestle Umar. He can never do this and that, you know? And now he's saying Ilia can't strike with Arman. That Arman's striking is too good. So let's just read out the quote. Khabib says, I can't see any chances for Topuria. Even in striking exchanges, Arman is too good. Are we being for real? Are we being dead ass, Khabib? Like, are we dead ass right now? I have to say that a third time. Are we dead ass? Arman is too good on the feet for Topuria. I don't see any chances for Topuria. Are we for real? Like, is this what we are going to now? Arman is too good on the feet for Ilia? Really? I'm just gonna go switch to a different tab, and I'm going to show you something. Get this fuck ass ad out of it, man. Get this fuck ass ad out of here. Fuck. Fuck wrong with topology. Anyways, ruined the dramatic entrance, but let's just look at the last three names he's beat. Alexander Volkanovski, TKO, round 2. It says TKO, but it was more of a KO. He slept him. Max Holloway, KO, round 3. Charles Oliveira, KO, round 1. Arman is too good on the feet. Ilia has no chances. And he has KO'd the best striker in the featherweight division, the best striker in the second best striker in the featherweight division. A guy Arman legit had a very competitive striking fight with, who he almost lost to. You know, I'm not shitting on Arman. I do think Arman has some decent striking, and I do think Arman could pose some problems to Ilia. But when you say Ilia has no chances, it just shows how much biased you are against Ilia. And, you know, he said the same thing about Merab. He said the same thing about, you know, a lot of other guys, you know? And I think it just goes to show, like, okay, now, if this was Islam or something he was talking about, I get it. Islam's his buddy. He will always support Islam. If he was talking about Merab in a bad way because he was supporting Umar, you know, you gotta side with your friend. You gotta be there for him, you know? Umar is like his cousin, so it matters, right? But he is saying he's not glazing Islam or Umar, who are his best friends, who are his like family, you know. He's not glazing them. He's glazing Arman Tsarukyan, a guy he's never trained with, a guy who's not really on. They're not really like friends, and let's be for real. I don't think Arman and Khabib are tight like that. They're not. It's just sad to say. I don't know what the fuck Khabib is talking about. I mean, I can read the rest of it. He is good at controlling the distance. He has better kicks, and also Arman has plenty of material to watch and study. Okay, now, let's be for real. Max and Volk had better kicks. And Volk and Max are really good at controlling the distance. And they also had plenty of material to watch and study. How the fuck did that help them? Because I think in terms of fight time, Arman has more fight time than Ilia. You say Ilia has a lot to watch and study. So does Ilia. Arman says he has a lot. He says Arman has a lot to watch and study. Ilia does too, and he actually has more tape to study. And I'm gonna be real. What could you really learn? I mean, I think we can learn a lot from the Max Holloway fight, but the Charles Oliveira and Volkanovski one and the Josh Emmett ones, he looked flawless. And then you can look at Bryce Mitchell, which was, oh, he took him down. That one time. The one time he was taken down. You know, you don't see me because I don't have the camera on, but I'm like throwing up my arms like this. You know, like, are we dead ass, Khabib? Are we fucking dead ass? Because this isn't the first time he has said this about Ilia. You know, like, you know, if he was saying this about Islam, oh, I don't see any chances for Topuria against Islam, I low-key get it. And you know what? I do think Islam is a very tough opponent for Ilia, and Islam can definitely beat Ilia. I do not doubt that. He definitely could. It's MMA. You don't know. Anybody could beat anybody. But when you say, I can't see any chances for Topuria, what the fuck are we doing here? Really, what the fuck are we doing here? I don't see any chances. I mean, we could look at the record right here. I mean, the guy, Ilia knocked out Max Holloway. First guy to ever do it. He was going tit for tat. against Max Holloway, who is one of the best strikers in the lightweight division. Like, when you're going tit for tat against Max Holloway in the boxing, that's impressive. And not only that, when Max moved up to lightweight, and he fought way better strikers than Arman, than like Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, he dominated all of them. He dominated both of them on the feet. It wasn't even close. He dominated them. And those two guys are levels above Arman when it comes to the striking. Levels. And Topuria went for tit for tat and knocked out Max Holloway. He dominated Volkanovski on the feet. Let's be for real. Although Volkanovski won on volume, Topuria was the one in control. He was landing the better shots, and it was clear that he was just trying to set up something huge. And he did. He embarrassed Volkanovski in the octagon. And then look at Charles Oliveira. I think the fight was like, 2 minutes? It was like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. They didn't really spend that much time striking. You know that? He did it. You know, the fact that he knocked out Charles Oliveira, he slept him cold. Slept him cold in like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Just like that. And it's this bullshit like this that Khabib is saying, oh, don't see any chance of support. It just makes me laugh because, like, what the fuck? Like, do you really not like the Georgians that much, bro? Because he's never given any credit to any Georgian fighter. Now, I don't want to get into politics. I don't want anybody to get into the politics of this. It's an MMA channel. It's not a fucking political commentary channel. It's nothing like that. I really do not give a shit about the Russian-Georgian conflict. Let's be for real. I do not. I'm my own guy, man. But you could just see the bias, and it's not even biased towards the people he knows, which is completely fine. And obviously, you gotta support your guy. He's just not giving Ilia his respect. I'm gonna be for real. There are a lot of Ilia haters. There are a lot of guys who don't like Ilia, and when you're a big star like that, you're always gonna have people who don't like you, and that's completely normal. Obviously there may be exceptions. Charles Oliveira, there's guys there's most people like Charles Oliveira. For Ilia, he's controversial. He finishes the best guys in the world by knockout. You're gonna get some haters. Like I was hating on Ilia a little bit too, man. But I mean, it's not like I'm a big fan. I'm not like a super fan of Ilia, but I'm a fan of him. I like watching him fight. I always look forward to watching him fight. I mean, this resume is just undeniable. It's undeniable. He's undefeated. He's a double champion. I mean, he's not a double champion, but he's a 2-division champion and he's undefeated. I think he's the first undefeated 2-division champion. And he will probably be the only 2-division undefeated champion for some time. Honestly, I don't really think Khamzat's going to get another belt. But, I mean, the resume speaks for itself. It really does. Like, you can't just argue against this. You can't say, oh, these are all fluke. He dominated every single opponent he's fought. He's finished almost every single opponent he's fought. I think his only 2 decisions were to Yusuf Zalal and Josh Emmett. That's it. I mean, you really just can't. I didn't realize how many canceled fights he has. I forgot. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Mosvar long time ago. Got canceled. I didn't realize he was scheduled against Edson Barboza. Thank God I did not give him Edson Barboza, bro. Edson would have died. Man. I mean, here's my early predictions on Arman versus Ilia. Because I'm talking about Arman versus Ilia. I'm going to give my early predictions. I do not think Arman is the guy to beat Ilia. People are saying, yes, it's the wrestling. The wrestling will be what will defeat him. Ilia's a wrestler too. And It's not that you can't use wrestling to beat him, because I think if you do have a really good wrestler, I think it would definitely give Ilia some trouble. The problem is, it's like Arman's not that guy, man. Arman's not this super dominant kind of wrestler that can just ragdoll anybody. You know, he has really good wrestling, like really good wrestling. Is not good enough to beat Ilia though. Like you really need like a high pressure wrestler to beat Ilia, and it's just not Arman. I don't think it's Islam either. I don't know who it is. I don't think anybody beats Ilia for some time. But honestly, I'm gonna say it. I think Ilia knocks him out in round two. He knocks him out cold round two. Like he will sleep him in the octagon. He will destroy Arman and embarrass him. And I'm not saying that because I'm so high on Ilia is everything. I'm saying that because Ilia is just so much better than Arman. Like skill wise, speed wise, power wise. I mean, let's be real. People are saying Arman's a big guy. He's a 155er. He's the same size as Ilia. Arman's 5'6". Ilia's 5'7". I mean, they're the same size, and I just think that the lighter man's skill, the fact that Ilia is just so good at striking, he has hung with the best of the featherweights, and you know the fact that he was able to outbox Max Holloway, he was able to outstrike Volkanovski, and those two guys could, if they move when they move up to lightweight, they dominate striking. They dominate in the striking. I mean, Volkanovski in the first fight against Islam, I'm gonna be real. If Islam wasn't holding him for like 2, 3 rounds, like as much as he can, if he just stood with him, he would have got knocked out. Volkanovski was embarrassing Islam on the feet, and Max Holloway, he's coming off two impressive wins, man. Justin Gaethje embarrassed Justin Gaethje, like destroyed him. Then you got Dustin Poirier, who's one of the best boxers in the lightweight division, and Max Holloway just did him easily, just like that. Like he just dominated him in the boxing, and those two guys lost to Ilia on the feet. And you know, Arman, he is definitely very varied striker. He has good kicks. He has a good jab. Like he does work a lot behind the jab, and he does have good distance management. He's definitely a dangerous striker, and he definitely can hit hard. But Arman's boxing is just not even close to the level Ilia's is. It's not even close. Because this isn't going to be a kickboxing fight. This isn't going to be a distance jab fest. Ilia is going to pressure Arman. He is going to encroach on him. He's going to close the distance. If you want to beat Ilia on the feet, you're going to have to engage with him. Max Holloway was able to at least take a round off Ilia and be able to outstrike him because of the fact that he also has good boxing. He was able to hang with Ilia on the feet. He wasn't avoiding the exchanges. He was going in there. He was going in the firefight. He was doing the really good well with the leg kicks. And although Arman does have some decent leg kicks, it's just that, I mean, I just think you need a really, really good striker that's a really good boxer to be able to hang with Topuria. Max Holloway was the really good boxer, and even then he still lost. Even then he still got knocked out. He got caught. He got caught with a really good right overhand, and it was just over. Now, Max has a titanium chin. Arman, not really. Arman has gotten wobbled before. He has gotten dropped before. I mean, let's be for real. Like, the way he did Charles, if he hits that same right on Arman, Arman is going down. There is no debate. I don't think this is going to be a competitive fight. And when I mean competitive, I don't mean like, oh, Arman's going to get absolutely steamrolled. I'm just going to say, I think Ilia is going to be winning that first round. And then in the second round, he will knock out Arman Tsarukyan. It's just that simple. He will. Arman will try to wrestle, and I feel like Ilia will defend the takedown. I feel like Ilia will be able to outscramble Arman on the ground. I think Ilia has way better submissions than Arman. I think he has better understanding of BJJ than Arman. That's just a fact. Arman was getting caught in two chokes. Was getting caught in very, very good chokes by Charles Oliveira. And Charles Oliveira is a dangerous grappler. But you just saw how Ilia did Charles in the grappling. Although Charles got his leg, it's Ilia was actually winning on the ground against Charles. That's something I did not see from Arman in that fight. And that was a year and a half ago. He hasn't fought since then. Ilia since that Arman's last fight knocked out Max Holloway and defeated Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira fought 2 times since Arman fought, and he's gonna fight a third time. It's not like Arman is secretly training. He's really upgrading himself. The motherfucker's eating Dave's hot chicken, eating caviar. He's going around on fucking Bugattis and Mercedes and all that shit. Just enjoying life. Doing fucking grappling tournaments. He's not training MMA. He is not like locked in, just in the cage. He's not doing anything. He's fine. He's going on vacations, doing all this stuff, doing side missions. And I'm not saying that is going to be what causes Arman to lose this fight, because even if he was fully prepared, even if he was active and he was truly training every single day he was locked in, he still doesn't beat Ilia. I think Ilia is going to dispose of Arman pretty quickly. And he is going to knock him out. That is just no debate. I think Arman's boxing is very flawed. And the fact is he only has a jab. He has a good jab. He does have some distance control. I mean, it's not the best distance controlling, but he has some distance controlling. And he does have some good, very striking. But his boxing, it's not that good. It's not even close to the level Ilia's is. And when, we've seen Ilia fight guys like Jai Herbert, like Max Holloway and Volkanovski, who are really good kickboxers. I mean, not Max Holloway, but Volkanovski and Jai Herbert, who are really good kickboxers, who have tools other than boxing. And the problem is, yes, we have other tools. Yes, we got good kicks. But if you think a kick is going to stop Ilia from encroaching on you and closing the distance, I don't know. It just wouldn't. Max Holloway was doing a really good job targeting the quad, doing the oblique kicks, doing the leg kicks, doing all that stuff, the body kicks as well, and it was doing really well to help. It was doing really well at first, and especially in the second round, where Ilia was not able to close the distance as much. But he still did. He still closed the distance. Max was putting volume on him, and he still closed the distance. Arman's not a volume striker. And, people are saying, oh, you're going to take him down easily. Who has taken down Ilia easily since the Bryce Mitchell fight? Who? It's not like he's fought bums since then. He fought Josh Emmett, who's a really good wrestler. I think people forget he's actually a really good wrestler. He fought Volkanovski, who was able to go tit for tat on the grappling against Islam. And then he fought Charles Oliveira, who Arman just went to a split decision with. The thing is, people don't see Ilia's grappling. We don't see enough of it, and we think he has no grappling. The problem is, his striking is so good, he never has to grapple. And yes, Arman will try to bring this to the ground. He will definitely He will definitely shoot a takedown. Question is, what I think is going to happen, he's going to shoot a takedown, and Ilia is going to defend the takedown. Arman's not super strong. He's a pretty small guy for lightweight, and actually, he's the same size as Ilia Topuria. I just don't see Arman having such a huge size advantage. And when you don't have that size and strength advantage, because it's not like Ilia is some skinny striker. He has strength. He has really good takedowns. He has good wrestling. He's been training wrestling since he was 5. Can you say the same about Arman? No, you can't. I think skill-wise, Ilia is just so far ahead of Arman. And I think he will destroy Arman Tsarukyan. I think he destroys actually most of other people. I'm going to say this is a hot take. Still, Max Holloway is the only person who could beat Ilia Topuria. Still. Yes, he lost to Ilia, but at 155, I at least give him a higher chance than Arman, Gaethje, Patty, Fiziev, Gamrot, all those guys. I give Max a higher chance because Max is also having the same thing. Featherweight striker, comes up, lighter man skill, dominates 155. I mean, Ilia is just going to dominate Arman Tsarukyan. Khabib is just wrong. I can't see any chances for Topuria. Honestly, you could say I can't see any chances for Arman. You would kind of be correct still. It's just sad to see because, well, Ilia's not getting the credit he deserves. He has destroyed everyone he's fought. in the UFC. And there's still motherfuckers thinking that Arman is going to dominate Ilia. He's not. I'm not looking at Arman thinking, yeah, this guy's the one. This guy's the one to beat Ilia. Bro, I'm not even picking Islam to beat Ilia. What the fuck would I pick Arman to? But yeah, that's just my opinion. That's my early picks. That's my opinion on this quote, on this situation, all that stuff. I just wanted to make a video. It's another UFC rant, whatever. But let's lead to the next one. UFC Paris picks are coming out next week. And yeah, I mean, there's no pay-per-view, so there's no pay-per-view predictions this month. October's gonna be pretty busy. I expect to have a lot of videos uploaded during October, so we'll see about that. Anyways, see you in the next one.